Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us to learn more about the new Nestfully mobile app. Nestfully is a search and collaboration app created by MLSs that enables agents to connect, communicate, and collaborate with their buyers and sellers right from the palm of their hand. The best part about Nestfully is that there are no additional referral fees or subscription fees to the agents or consumers. Now, let's walk through the app together. In order to sign into your Nestfully account as an agent, you first need to create an account. So what you'll do is you'll click right down here at the bottom of the page where it says not a member, and you'll click on where it says create an account. At this point, you'll indicate that you are an agent. So you'll select agent, go ahead and put in your MLS, select your MLS from the list, and then put in your MLS ID number. You'll then click to confirm your agent credentials, and you will then get an email with a verification code. Once you get that code and type that code in, that'll verify that it is the correct account. And you'll click on that verify email button at the bottom. And from there, you'll set up your password. You'll enter your password a second time in order to verify it is correct. Click on set password on the bottom right-hand side. And you'll now be able to log in using those credentials. And once you've logged into your Nestfully collaboration app, you'll now be able to access the different features in here. So we'll cover a couple of those features here today. So what you'll see first here is when you log into the app, you're now going to be in your home screen. So you'll see we're in the home screen now. And in this screen, you'll see our total leads. And when you get to total leads are clients that you're working with in the system that you've added to the app. We'll talk about how to add clients to the app here shortly, but you'll see your total leads here. You'll see your active leads as well as your inactive leads. Any of your leads, when you're looking at those, you can go ahead and open those up. If you wanted to mark them as inactive, you can click in this top right-hand side, click on those three dots there, and you'll see you can mark a client as inactive. Also from the home screen here, you're going to see requests. So in this request section, if we click into requests, these are people that have requested information about a property. So these will be your clients that have requested information about properties. And you can click into there and you'll see they're requesting more information about specific listings, and you'll be able to contact them right there through the app. So that'll be in the request section. You'll also see at the top portion of the page here is my listings. So any of my listings will be listed right here. These will be your active listings where you can actually click into these listings, and you'll see that you have the ability to pull up all of the information, as well as you can switch it to see the consumer view by clicking on that slide in at the top and switch to consumer view. And you can also share the listing right there by clicking on the arrow, the up arrow on the top right, and you'll see you have the option to email this, text it, or send it to a lead. So if a client's already in your app as a lead, you'll simply be able to send it right there as a lead and share it right with that client. Looking at listing activity here, you're going to see all the listing activity that's happened with that listing. You'll see what's viewed, any info requested about it, how many times it's been saved, and so on. All right, so under the My Listings section, you'll see the New Listings section just below that. Now we'll talk about the Leads section. If we go into the Leads tab, the second tab from on the bottom here, if we click on that second tab there, we're going to see any leads, which are clients or contacts that we've already invited and have accepted into the invitation to the app. If I wanted to add someone to the app, I can do this two places. First option is I click at the top left-hand side where I see that plus button. I can click on that, and then I can click to search by name, search for someone, and you'll see in here I do have the option of sliding on or off if I want to invite them by text or by email. Default is going to have it to invite by text. If I wanted to slide email on, I could do that as well. However, since it's a mobile app, you're probably going to want to text it to them. In order to invite them, all you have to do is check the box on the left-hand side. And then you can click on the bottom red bar at the bottom of the page. It says invite contact to invite that client. If you've previously invited a client and they have not currently accepted that invitation, you'll then go in here and you can go in and pull up that contact. If you've previously invited a client, you will see an indicator that just says re-invite in green there. And if I wanted to re-invite that client, all I have to do is check the box in that section for that client and go down here to the bottom of the page and click on invite contact. Another place I can invite clients or contacts or leads, as we call them in the system, is going into the My Nest section. If I go into the My Nest section down at the bottom, the very bottom right side, if I click on that tab there, you'll see I have an option here under My Contacts to click to invite contacts. And again, in the same manner, I can search that contact that's in my phone in order to invite that client. Or once a lead has accepted the invite and added their account, you'll then be able to see if you click into that contact, you're going to see any activity that has happened with that client. You'll see that under the all activity section, or you can see what they viewed, requested information on, shared, or saved for listings. Down at the bottom of the page, you'll see the option to contact your client directly through the app. We're now going to talk about the search tab, which is at the bottom of the app screen. If I click on the search tab, you will see I do have the option at the top of the page. You'll see I have two tabs. I have the option of searching just general properties or searching my specific listings. Now, once I go and select which one I want to look up, we're going to go into the general search here. I can now click on this next bar here to search by location. So now I can put in a specific area if I'd like, or I could also search by just zooming in on the map on the different areas and seeing what properties are a good match. If I want to zoom in on a specific area and now I wanted to draw out the area I want to include, you'll see I have the option to click on that squiggly line at the top left-hand side. If I click on the draw button there, I can now draw out the section I want to specifically include in my search. If I want to further filter those results down, you'll see I have the option to select filters at the bottom of the page. I can then click on filters, and you'll now see I can search for properties available to buy, properties that were recently sold, or properties for rent. I can also select my property type, and I can also put in any price ranges if I'd like by using this slider bar to slide out any minimums or maximums for price range. If I want to put in any number of bedrooms as a minimum, same thing for bathrooms. I can also put in other criteria such as my minimum or maximum lot size, year built, or maximum number of stories. If I want to search just open houses, I can check a box for that. Or if I want to search statuses such as coming soon, pending and under contract, and specific amenities that are available. Once I put in my filters, I can click on that bottom orange bar that says I can see the homes. Once I click on see homes, I'm now going to see those in the map view. Before we go into looking at those listings, I do want to point out here in the view that you do also have an option at the top left-hand side of the page. You can click on this button right here to change your map view from map view to satellite view. By clicking on one more, it's going to show me satellite view with additional details. And if I want to work from my current location, I could also search by my current location by hitting the location option there. Something else to note on the screen here is you do have an information button on the top right-hand side, which will provide a legend to show what all those different dots mean, whether a property is for sale, new to market, contingent, pending, sold, or coming soon, or under contract. Once you have a list of properties available to from your search results, you will see if I want to, instead of going into a map view, if I want to pull up the list view, I can do that. At the bottom right-hand side of the page, you'll see I do have the option to click and see the different properties that matched our criteria in a list view. Now from here, I can search or put in different sort orders if I'd like, and I can click on that up and down arrow to sort by price, low to high, days on market, so on. If I want to get back to my map view, I can click on the map at the top right-hand side of the page. If you click into any listing, you'll see the option. Once you click into the listing, you do have the option to share that listing. So you can click on that up arrow to share the listing by email, text, or to send it to a lead that's already saved in the app. I can bookmark this as a favorite property to pull up later. I can also now go into this section below to see any of the details, price and tax. I can skip ahead to this information by just clicking on the appropriate tab, and it'll take me right to that section, or I could scroll through each section individually. You'll see there's an option to request info. So if my client wants to request more info, they can click on that request info button, and then they can put their information in there and click send a request to get more information about the property, which, if it's a lead, will go back to you. Now, if I've put in the search parameters and I want to save this search, the way I would do that is I can click over here on the top left-hand side where you see that bookmark button. If you click on that little ribbon there, it's going to give the ability of naming that search. So I can save this search. And once I put in some information on the name of my search, I click on that orange button that says Save Search, and that is now one of my saved searches. Now, in order to pull that search up again, if I want to pull that search back up in the future, all I have to do is go down to the bottom right-hand side where it says My Nest, click on My Nest, and you'll see under My Saves, you'll see the option for Saved Searches. So now I can pull up any saved searches I've created within that saved search list. If I've saved any listings, I can click on that tab for saved listings, and it'll show any listings I've bookmarked that I want to pull up again later. You'll also see if you're in the My Nest tab, you'll see the option to click on saved listings to get directly to any listings you saved as well. And from there, you could also switch to saved searches. For the sort order, you can click on the arrows there to sort it by price from low to high or high to low. Under the Messages tab, we're going to talk about the Messages tabs here. So when you click on the Message tab at the screen here, if I click on the Messages tab, this is where I'm going to see any messages that have been shared between myself and any of my leads. So I'll see in here if I've communicated with any of my leads, I'll see that in the Messages section, and I can now click on that specific message, and I'll see any correspondences between myself and my lead. You can also start a message by clicking on the pen icon at the top right-hand side. And once you do that, you can then select from your leads that are in the system, click on that contact, and then type out a message as well and hit send. If you need to block a contact, you can go into that contact message and you can click on the three dots on the top right-hand side and you'll see the option to block the contact. While we're in the My Nest tab here, we'll talk about that. So again, you have the option to invite contacts to the app by clicking on that Invite Contacts section for My Contacts. Again, you can pull up your saved searches or saved listings. You can also click in the Help and Feedback section to get any help for any questions you may have or provide any feedback on the app. Thank you for joining us for this training, and we hope to see you guys on future trainings as well.